I said this last year. I just love it so much. It's like the battle of the compass or the battle for directional supremacy. West taking on South. Gabriel Salcido handing off to Luana Lualu. He is our former athlete of the week. He punches in for the first strike for the Vikings. Later, Salcido passing this time. He finds Dante Mason. That's another Viking touchdown. 14-0 your score. And it's more from West. Salcido. This time, airing it out, finding Andrew Lopez. West rolling in this one, up 21-0. And then for good measure, how about Gabriel to Anthony Ramirez? Wait for Ramirez. He's going to have a couple nice moves. Another one there. And Ramirez scampers into the house. West, look at that offense. 42-14, they hammer South.
Well, meanwhile, North hosting Tehachapi, and this one would be a defensive battle. We'll pick it up in the third quarter here. 7-0 Stars at this point. Tehachapi trying to get something going, but the pass is picked off by Victor Boggs there. Nice high-hand coordination there and a little couple moves to give him a few extra yards. Boggs also had that first touchdown for North. Led to the fourth now. North is driving, and Chris Romero gets the pitch. He's able to truck his way there through the big gain. Yeah, he was making some moves there, and that would set the Stars up for this. A couple plays later, Romero gets the ball again. I promise he's under that pile somewhere, and he makes his way in. And
the refs had to pull bodies.
Exactly, just kind of drag him in there. That puts North up 13-0. They go on to win by that score.
How about heading out to Bakersfield Christian, that high-flying offense, getting things going. This time on the ground, Jason Gauthier running the ball in for the early first quarter. Touchdown, Darren Carr. Loving what he's seeing there. Later, Alex Wallace running the punt back. That's about an 80-yard return. We'll show you the last couple, because we got a lot of highlights. 14-0 there, Carr. Again, congratulations, players. And now we get to the air attack. Braden Wingle passing to Chris Gutierrez across the middle. He runs it in for the score. And again, Braden Wingle finding Davion Miller for the touchdown there as the Eagles. There's the score, 56-0 over Kennedy. They cruise to 5-1.
They're working. They're good.
Now 2-0 in the South Sequoia League. They've already played a couple games.
Yeah, no kidding. Good for them. They look good.
Still to come. We talked about one team's quest to stay unbeaten. Coming up, we'll show you the other. Highland travels to play Hoover in Fresno.
Yeah, they're in search of their 5th straight win, while the Shafter offense, they just keep on rolling. FNL right back right after this.
Welcome back to 23 FNL. While we mentioned Frontier's quest to get through preseason unbeaten, there's still one other Kern County school that's still perfect. That's Highland. And tonight the Scots traveled to Fresno in search of their first 5-0 start since 1990. Scots coming out of the locker room for the second half, and they're doing it with a comfortable lead. 41-9 your score at the break. But on the option keeper, this is Hoover's quarterback, fakes out the camera guy up there in Fresno. Jordan Daniels takes it all the way to the house for the score. So you think maybe the comeback is on for the home team, but no. Highland's Cade Sakamoto on a 3rd and 18. He would scramble to get the first down. Impressive stuff for Highland this year. Remember, the baseball team won their first league and valley title last season. The football team looking to keep that momentum going. Later in the drive, Sakamoto with the quarterback keeper from 3 yards out. That touchdown makes it 48-15. You see they had a field goal there as Highland improved to 5-0. Next week they'll open league play against Foothill.
This week's fan pick of the week brings us to Shafter, the Generals, in year 2 under head coach Gerald Perucci. Right now, that offense is rolling. You can vote online for next week's game, fan pick of the week, rather. But for now, head out to Shafter. The Bears looking to be on the right side of an upset today. And they're off to a pretty good start here. Carlos Norzaguirre gets the call for the Bears, makes the most of it. He takes it over 60 yards for the touchdown, puts Arvin up in the second. Here we go to Shafter responding with their air attack. Alex Aguilar finds Pedro Avila for the score there. Shafter takes their extra point, and they go up 7-6. Later in the first, almost looks like the same play, but to a different guy for the Generals. Aguilar finds Gerardo Lara. That puts the Generals up 14-6. It was a very back-and-forth first half, and Arvin would respond again. Pedro Colmenero busts through the middle there for the score to tie the game. They would get the 2-point conversion and tie the game. And then Carlos Norzaguirre, he breaks to the outside again. He had a pretty busy night, and this would actually put Arvin ahead. but Shafter's offense would wake up later in this game. They get off to a very slow start, but they end up finding themselves late. They go on to beat Arvin 55-35.
Well, we got some action from last night to show you. Centennial hosting Clovis West. They were down 21-0 early, but Will Alexander airs it out, finds Zach Hernandez, puts the Golden Hawks on the board. But the next seed-up possession from their own end zone, this at the 1, Dante Chachery connects with Nick Coleman. That is a 99-yard touchdown pass. Again, making it a 3-possession game. But just before the break, Alexander scrambling, finds Aaron Peterson, and we promised. We went frame by frame on this. He was inbounds there. He makes it 28-14 late in the 4th on a 4th and goal now. Cody Hartsfield leaping into the end zone. That'll be your final score. Golden Eagles offense, just too much over the Golden Hawks. But for Coach Brown, the season for Centennial starts right now.
One of the top-ranked teams in the section, but what I liked and what we got out of it was our kids never gave up. Didn't matter what the score was. We came back, we battled. We're going to put some points on the board, and we can build from that going into the league.
So that's all your action from non-league. As you heard Coach Brown talking about, the record now, you throw it out the window.
Yep.
What's important is what happens next week.
Absolutely. It all starts right now. Whatever happened, we can move on from that.
And what's important now is what is in our next break. Top plays. Who takes home the top honor? Plus, where we go next week for our game of the week. 23 FNL. Back right after this. Welcome back to 23 FNL. Some scores from down south to give you. Liberty traveling to face Oaks Christian. That is a very good team here in the state of California. They fall, and like the team in that same league, Bakersfield, they've had some trouble with the state teams, but we get started with league coming up next week.
Yeah, it's really like we've talked about. That's when it all matters, and our own Allison Gargaro reveals where we're heading next week for our game of the week.
It's year 2 of a new offense, and it's off to a flying start. The Generals looking to show that there's a new contender in the South Sequoia League. Our game of the week next week is Shafter hosting Taft. Back to you guys.
Well, we just saw that Shafter offense. We just saw that Shafter offense exploding right now. This from Delano. Cesar Chavez's wideout. Isaiah Cortez making a catch from his backside there as you see the bobble. He stays with the play, and that is good enough for a top play. Cortez was on fire tonight.
Meanwhile, top play number 2. Stockdale's Jalen Smith able to find Hudson Sable. Nice move there. He's able to sneak by not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders for the touchdown there. Nice moves from Sable.
Well, number 1, it was our first highlight we showed you. Taj Wright, another one-handed catch. That is absolutely ridiculous. He seemingly does this every week. He did that 2 or 3 times last week. He had a couple picks tonight. A huge game for him. Huge game for BHS as they win in the first game at Griffith Field since it has been renovated.
A fantastic homecoming. Like you said, Taj, he's just like a replay highlight machine.
He's fun to watch.
It really makes it easy on us because he just turns out these top plays for us.
Well, for Brandon Johansson, I'm Steven Hicks. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on another edition of Friday Night Live. Take care.